Welcome to Trading Educational News on ATV Africa. I remain your host, Abifab. On today's bulletin, week 11th, 17th of March 2025. I have pleasant news in the education sector for you. The first one says 7 more tertiary institutions coming to ZARIA in 2025 by Representative Speaker. The Speaker of House of Representatives, Dr. Abbas Tajuddin, has announced that ZARIA Federal Constituency will receive 7 more additional federal institutions in the year 2025 project. Well, a good one for ZARIA people. We'll discuss about that later. The next one says National Examination Council NECO migrate to computer-based examination CBE for 2025 SSCE exam. This is a good one for students and parents. The National Examination Council, in compliance with the Honorable Minister of Education Directive, NECO is transmitting to the CBE exam in 2025. So that's another good news. Next one says National Examination Council NECO migrates to computer-based examination CBE for 2025 SSCE examination. The National Examination Council, in compliance with the Honorable Minister of Education Directive, that NECO is transmitting to the CBE examination for senior secondary school examination for 2025 May-June. So our students should get prepared that this year NECO is computer-based. 5 subjects, and it says the 5 subjects includes mathematics, English, civic education, 1 entrepreneur subject, and 1 science subject. So get prepared for our students who will be writing this year NECO. The next one, government funding student loan with recovered looted from EFCC. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, has said that the over 50 billion recovered from fraudsters in 2024 was among the funds invested in the Nigeria Educational Loan Fund. This information was released by EFCC a few days back. So for Nigerians who are asking for the recovered fund is being spent on 9 fund on our student loan. We'll take that when my guest is on seat. The next one, Kaduna government removed tax clearance requirement for scholarship. Yes, that's a good one. The Kaduna State Governor, Ubas Sani, has ordered the removal of tax clearance as requirement for accessing scholarship, make it easier for students from poor background to receive financial support without tax clearance. But for me, I think this is wrong. That means you are not encouraging parents to pay tax clearance. Guinness World Record classify UNILAG graduate for record-breaking CATWALK. A graduate of University of Lagos, Ololade Ayobolade, has been officially certified by the Guinness World Record for the longest distance walked on a catwalk by a model. The Guinness World Record made the announcement in a post on its website on Monday. That's a good one. The lady came first after 14 years that someone has won that record, break that record. So this is a good one from Nigeria, a good one from University of Lagos. During the news bulletin, you will hear more. The next one, student loan, low female applicants not encouraging. Yes, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund on Monday said that the ratio of female in tertiary institutions assessing the loan compared to male was not impressive and not encouraging. So we don't know what is happening. Is it that we don't have more female in the school, or the females have more cash in their hand to pay for school fees while we're not having them applying for the student loan fund? So I'll be right back.
Abifab College of Innovation and Content Creation offers 6 months and 12 months training into content creating, internet radio, sound engineering and music production, film and video editing, and OAP and cinematography. For more detailed chat 0802312959.
Welcome back. Now I have our in-house analyst, Florence, who is a fellow here with Air TV. You're welcome, Florence.
Oh, good morning.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're looking nice.
Thank you.
And your smile is wonderful.
Thank
Now,
you.
the first one says 7 more tertiary institutions coming to ZARIA in 2025 by the Speaker of House of Representatives. And that is his constituency. And he's promising his constituency that 7 new higher institutions is coming, apart from, ABU is there, NDA is there, and some other big institutions. So, what is your view on this? Is it that ZARIA is only benefiting what other Nigerians need to benefit because the Speaker is coming from that constituency?
I don't think it's a bad initiative.
Okay.
It's a nice one.
Okay.
But this creation, establishment of more higher institutions
Institutions.
will definitely come with a lot of funding.
Sure.
And the end of a thing is better than the beginning
Okay.
thereof.
Yeah.
So establishing another higher tertiary institution is not the issue. Are they going to fund it the appropriate way? I mean, the right, would they incorporate the numbers of staff that need to be there?
In fact, I'm coming. I think he listed them. He said the list include Institute and Federal College of Agriculture.
Okay.
One, Federal College of Agriculture. One, Federal Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Institution. So, what is the difference between Federal College of Agriculture and Federal Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Institute?
It's still the same thing.
So, why are they duplicating that?
It shouldn't be duplicated. I don't know if it is allowed. I can say it's politics.
The politics.
It's just like a child telling its parent that I need money for Dick, Sean, and Mary. At the end of the day, they are still going to do one. So how would they explain they have spent money if they are not being stated this way?
Wow.
So they are still going to boil down to just one because it's the same thing.
Well, all I know is that it's all about politics. It's all about politics. It's just telling his people that he's doing well at the House of Representatives and promising them some more institution. So the next one, it says National Examination Council in 2025 this year will be migrating to CBT or CBE examination. Is the information not too short? Because the examination is coming up June, July this year. The institution that will be involved, the school that will be involved, are they really prepared for these 5 subjects? Then the student also, are they really compliant with this?
It is and it is not.
Okay.
I would say it is because it is too short.
Okay.
Before you can come up with this kind of idea,
Okay.
you need to have put in place some technicalities, some programs.
Yeah.
Like, have they provided a CBT center?
They said the school will provide it. And this is a match, not about, and they want them to be
Don't
done
be surprised that in this generation, even in this dispensation, we still have some youth that some teenagers that cannot operate an Android phone.
Yeah.
They don't even have access to it. They don't have it.
My concern is the funding for the school. If the school is having about 300, 200 candidates, how would the school provide?
That's just it. How many computers do they have?
In schools.
There are some some children have not seen computer before.
Sure.
They can't even operate it. Not to talk of some adults. And definitely we would have some adults that would want to partake in this, especially adults that are used to pen and paper.
Yes.
So how do you expect them to flow?
Okay.
So I think what they would have just done is they would have just maybe they would have been saying it,
Like
sensitizing people about it, 2-3 2-3 years before they would eventually do it. So that means they must have had a computer-based center whereby people would have children or candidates would have opportunity to go there, test run it, and they test run it before. So it's just like using this year as a test run. What would it look like?
To me, I saw it as a fire brigade approach.
And it's
the members, the management of National Examination Council and the Honorable Minister of Education wanted to look into this. It's just a fire brigade approach from here and here TV. That's our own concern. Thank you. The next one said government funding student loan with recovered loot fund EFCC. He said the loot that were recovered from fraudsters and illegal political acquisition of property and fund, that the fund gotten from there, about 50 billion was used for the student loan stuff. What do you say about
that? Where was this money before?
They said was recovered. 2025 was
They
recovered.
didn't recover it yesterday.
Yes.
The money has been recovered.
Yes.
For only God knows when.
Yes.
So to me, it's a good initiative, but it's a good idea. But what is important is, are they going to be transparent about it? They need to be accountable. It has to be transparent.
It's not a small one, 50 billion.
Huh.
And like EFCC chairman said, more are still on the way. They're still recovering more of this looted fund. So the present one now is 50 billion.
It's good, but they have to be transparent about it. They have a good ambition, but they have to be transparent. Accountability.
Yeah.
They have to account for every dime.
Okay.
It's not just that people are taking loan and they recovered 50 billion.
Yeah.
Did they actually remitted 50 billion? If 100 persons comes now to take loan, won't they say there is no money again? And it was earlier announced that it was they recovered 50 billion. So I think they need to be accountable to the spending of the money. If actually they would be, remitting the whole of this money for people to make use of, to be beneficial for people. I think
it's meant show the loan, the NEFON loan.
And we know in this country, nobody is accountable.
That's a serious one. That's a serious one.
Nobody is accountable. Peradventure, if politicians are being held accountable, probably, in fact, just ordinary local government chairman cannot account for how he spends for the things he spends in the office. So how much more?
No, just big fund. Yeah. The next one, Kaduna government removed tax clearance requirement for scholarship. The governor just came out and said, if you want to apply for scholarship, before now, they do ask them, go and get tax clearance from your parents, and your parents are taxpayer. They just came up and said, okay, because of they are poor. How do you see that? And he said, don't pay tax again. If your parent is poor, you don't need tax clearance to apply for scholarship. For me, here, I think it's a wrong direction. You are not encouraging parents or even the student to know what tax clearance is all about. This being political. So what's your view?
Yes, you know there are some people that have low income background.
But even with the low income, you still need to pay tax.
Whereas there are some that do not even have any form of income.
Okay.
Like the farmers.
Okay. That is an income. He's farming.
Yes.
He's selling.
Okay.
You go to market and buy food stuff.
Okay, what if the farming, it's a small farming, the land they are using maybe is a small cultivation.
That's not a farmer.
So no, but they still sell produce that comes out from that cultivation. Yes. So you can't expect them to pay
tax from that.
That money itself is not enough for their family. It's not enough to take care of their family. So it's not as if we're encouraging that people should not pay tax or parents should not pay tax. No, but it will not debar their children also, if you look at it from that angle, from benefiting from the loan aspect. So it is also a challenge on our government.
Okay.
If their parents, they have jobs that they are doing, definitely if you are a government worker, even if it is not a government worker, probably an individual or private ownership, you will definitely pay tax. So from when you pay tax, you have the right documentation, you have the right document. So your children can actually use it wherever they want to use it.
Thank you on that one. That is another good news. Said the Guinness World Record certified UNILAG graduate for breaking record of catwalking. She was undergraduate when she went for this challenge. So she's a graduate. Yes. No, last year, 2024. But the last person who won that
was 13
years ago. But she won last year. I think for me, I think it's a good one coming for an undergraduate and not a graduate, and and a good one coming to Nigeria. What do you say about that?
Outside Nigeria to the university.
Yes, to the university.
So I watched her interview. I really loved it.
Okay, you watched her interview?
Yes, I watched her interview. And some other persons that were interviewed, what they said about her as well. It's a matter of determination. And there is one particular thing they did in that program that I really like. The issue of stereotyping. If you watch that program, we have the albinos there, we have the plus size, we have people of different stature, different height. So slim, plus size and the like. So nobody, that stereotype was taken out of the bill. So it gave opportunity for everybody to participate.
According to them, they said that she is the longest distance walked on a catwalk by a model, which is 125.11 kilometers, and was achieved by Ololade Ayelagbola in Nigeria and Lagos. That happened October 1st, 2024. That's a good one. That's much. 125.11.
4 days, about 4 days.
Yes.
She tried.
Yes. I've been an undergraduate.
She deserves it.
Now, I think maybe parents will encourage children to do something like this. In those days,
that was the reason why I mentioned the issue of stereotype.
Yeah.
She actually said she went for an audition, and they said she does not have the right height. So she was not allowed. She was not given the opportunity. But look at it.
She came out. Wonderfully. And world record.
World recognized globally.
So, and that's another. She's going to, very soon now she'll become an ambassador.
Of course, a lot of people will be reaching out to her now.
Both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria.
If she's well determined, she would have her own modeling institution
and will be supported by
people,
NGOs.
Of course, people will support her.
That's a nice one.
It's a good start for her.
The next one, which said low turnout of female applicants for student loan. Female applicants are not applying for student loan. Why? Is it that the parents are rich, or is it that they have their way of paying? Because according to the record, said 1 out of 10 applicants who are applying for this loan, student loan institutions, one is just a female. Is that parent pay school fees of female and leave the male? Or what? Please, I don't really understand.
If we want to be realistic,
okay,
the answer is very direct.
Yeah, what's the answer?
Female have more sponsor than the male.
Okay.
Is either your husband is sponsoring you.
If you are married. Okay.
Even those that are not married, they have boyfriends.
Who burn his fingers?
Yes. Who carry the burden? Is either you have one uncle.
Who is assisting?
Is either you have one sponsor
or
auntie. You know, generally female, yes, usually have people that pity them, aside pity. But in this society, in this world of ours, we believe that women are ought to be assisted. As a man, before you would meet another man to ask for assistance, that means you really need that help. That means you are out of option.
Man, can you hear her?
That's just the truth. You have okay, let's take for example.
I want to make myself as an example. My daughter is in school. I told her, I said, I will do everything to make sure you graduate as a medical student. Okay. You understand? That I don't want you to apply for student loan, and which I'm doing. So I now take, if I have 10, 100, 200 of
female
male of my thinking, automatically my daughter will never apply for student loan.
So that's just it. So I don't see any reason why female should apply for the
but the government is encouraging
we don't
if you don't need it.
No, if they need it, they would actually, okay, take for example, if they apply for this loan, do you know if they are unable to pay back? It's just an example. Who will still pay?
Well, another part, let's leave that. Another part said the government is also looking into skill acquisition that they are coming up, which is underway. It said it could also cover educational fee, skill acquisition. So it will not be only those in higher institution, university, polytechnic, college of education, skill acquisition center, where they think that more ladies, more girls will go to skill acquisition. We have the hairdressing, so they will also help with this student loan fund, but that has not started. That will start any moment from now. Maybe with that, the female will also apply for student loan.
If that has been introduced, you will see that you will see more females.
Because more of the females are going for skill acquisition.
Entrepreneurs.
So they want to help their husbands.
That's just it. And they want to be that independent woman. So
no more distance.
Women don't really take loan like that. The loan you can talk of that women take, married women, mothers, all these microfinance, LAPO, and the like. But students,
there's always a way out.
There's always a way out.
You guys are trying,
there's always a way out. Is it that you're selling something on campus? Is it that you are doing one thing, one remote work or the
for
other?
the man
But for the man, you have to work. It's not our fault.
Okay.
It's how God wired the
so so viewers, thank you. Florence here has just done justice to the news week, trendy educational news for week 11, and I know you see more of our face week 12, week 13. God keeping us alive. You see her here to come also to dissect educational news from AirTV Africa. I remain your host, Abifab. Kindly always subscribe to AirTV Africa on your YouTube channel, or comment on our page, share our videos. Every week we come here, every Monday come here, or give you latest news and trending educational news. Thank you. I remain your host from this stage, and Florence, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Bye for now.